What if I told you that the prophecy is being fulfilled in front of our very eyes? In the United States, the Antichrist has now surfaced, and he is much more evil than we could have ever dreamed. This is now reality rather than only theory or scripture. But how can we be sure it's him? What distinguishes this discovery from what we've been warned of for centuries? Stay with me, because what I'm going to tell you will upend both the future of humanity and your basic beliefs. Allow me to question you. Have you seen the indicators? The mayhem, the terror engulfing the country? Everything appears to be collapsing, from worldwide instability to political turmoil. Have you ever considered the possibility that this is the very moment the Bible forewarns us about? The moment when the Antichrist appears and takes control of the global scene. Right now, everyone is wondering if this is true. Could this be the real Antichrist? What is spoken in the Bible? The solution is more complicated than you may imagine. The Bible tells us that the Antichrist will emerge from a position of immense authority and influence. Can you guess where that is? In the United States, right here. The worst part is that it won't work out the way you expect it to. Consider it. The Antichrist will arrive as a charismatic leader who can enchant the public, not merely someone with horns and a cloak. He will arrive promising riches, harmony, and peace, until it's too late. The Bible forewarns of a false hope and peace, and that is precisely what we are witnessing. On the surface, everything appears to be peaceful, but something far darker is simmering under the surface. Don't believe me, though. Let's examine the important Bible passages that describe his coming. It is the final hour, children, and as you have heard, the Antichrist is coming. In fact, many Antichrists have already arrived, according to 1 John 2:18. Is it possible that these several Antichrists are preparing for the big one, which we have all long feared? Let's now discuss the Antichrist's planned covert ascent to power. You see, the subtle manipulation taking place right in front of our eyes poses a greater hazard than the overt warning indicators. It is present in the governmental structures, the media, and the way society is changing. I want to know whether you notice it. The change is occurring slowly and in ways we aren't even aware of. This isn't only a conspiracy, this is actual life unfolding before our eyes, precisely as it was predicted. Think about how new beliefs that appear innocent at first glance, but are actually based on the fundamental roots of evil, are becoming more and more accepted. Consider efforts to create one world unity, the disintegration of traditional values, the dominance of global economy, and the emergence of surveillance regimes. These are calculated actions to prepare the scene for the last act, not isolated incidents. This is not the first instance of this happening. History has demonstrated that politicians who seize power in the name of peace frequently cause us to collapse. It's much more subtle this time, though. Those who wish to control every part of your life are the ones driving this deception, which has spread more quickly than ever before thanks to the digital era. Here's where things take a terrifying turn. The Antichrist doesn't come in with destruction, at least not quickly. He will present himself as the answer to the world's problems, a rescuer of sorts. The fake peace that many are wishing for will seem to be a fact, but it's all part of his deception. But how do we know this is true? Because the Bible clearly says that the Antichrist will offer fake peace and security, only to betray the world in the end. Take a look at current world events. The push for global unity, the end of borders, the control over information. All of this is setting up the right atmosphere for the Antichrist to make his move. And when he does, it will seem like everything is getting better, at least for a while. But what we don't see behind the curtain is the darkness that's about to engulf us. So how will this deception play out? Let me ask you this. Have you ever thought why so many people are ready to give up their freedoms for the promise of safety? The Antichrist knows this human weakness all too well, and he will exploit it to the fullest. Now, I want to shift gears a bit and focus on what the Bible commands us to do in these times. First, we are told to stay alert and watch for the signs. Matthew 24:42 says, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come." The message is clear. Don't let yourself be lulled into a false sense of security. Second, we must not be deceived. 2 Thessalonians 2:9-10 warns us that the coming of the wicked one will be in line with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of shows of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie. Don't be fooled by wonders or claims of a better future. These are distractions meant to lead us away from God. Finally, we must stand firm in our faith. Ephesians 6:13-14 tells us, "Therefore take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to resist in the evil day, and having done all, to stand firm." This is our fight, our spiritual battle against fraud, lies, and the rise of evil. The question is, are you ready? Are you spiritually prepared for what's coming, or will you be swept away by the tide of false promises? The time has come for all believers to stand up, to speak out, and to protect what we hold dear. The Antichrist's impact is growing like wildfire, and the only thing that can stop it is the power of truth and faith in God. The question is, will you be one of the ones who stand firm, who hold on to your faith no matter the cost? Or will you fall victim to the lies that are already invading every part of our lives? Now is the time to wake up, to see the truth for what it is. Don't be misled. Arm yourself with information, with literature, and with the unshakable confidence that God's truth will always prevail. So I ask you again, are you ready for what's coming? Will you stand strong, or will you be swept away? The choice is yours, but remember, time is running out. Remember, the Antichrist is already at work. He has exposed himself, but the power of Christ is far bigger. Stay watchful, stay loyal, and keep your eyes on the truth. Thank you for watching. Be alert. Be strong. God bless you.